Well, when we start pricing chemicals for our own farm and things to kill weeds and diseases and insects, there's always these rebate programs that make things so complicated. Why can't we just have a price and say, well, this is $5 and this is $4 and they do the same thing? I'm gonna choose the $4 product.
I know, that's what every farmer says, and I say the same thing in our farm. I want no programs, I just want a good price. But
simplicity.
But hey, here's the thing, these chemical manufacturers are always trying to figure out, well, how can I increase sales? And unfortunately, people keep biting on the rebate programs.
Us included.
So sometimes it does impact sales. Well, you can't skip these things because, I mean, literally on our farm this year, it'll be thousands of dollars we will get back in rebate programs. I mean, that's a big deal.
Well, when you think about it, with a company that has two different products to market and you really like one and the other one is, it's okay, you know, it's as good as anything else out there. If they can get you to buy them both, they can give up a little margin on the one product to be able to increase their volume with both. So that's what they're really trying to do is, you know, I've got this and I've also got this. Why don't you just buy them all from me?
Well, let's talk about those companies specifically. The two companies that have that theory today are Bayer and Dow, and to some degree BASF, I guess, would be the third. So Bayer and Dow both have big printed programs where if you get multiple products and you buy certain dollar amounts, then you're going to get some rebate money back, and it's tremendously complicated. So our advice to you, this is the funny part. No, seriously, Darren and I get the chance to talk to some of the head people in these companies, and there are some in these different companies where you ask them about these rebate programs, and you can go through all the little minute details of stuff and say, well, how about this? How about this? How about this? Oh, I forgot we had something on that. I didn't realize we had anything on that. They don't even know the details of their own programs. They get so many. So that's where I get really frustrated.
Well, the first thing you have to do, Brian, is just not get caught up in the dollars and cents of the whole thing because, yeah, it's going to add up. You first have to make sure you get the right products. And if you like the certain products that are in this program, great. If you say, boy, I'm really going to give up some weed control with this product over this product, boy, don't make that choice. You know, it's not worth trying to save $1 an acre on a rebate program to give up any degree of weed control because it's going to hurt you in yield in the end. So rebate programs are fun, but make sure you're kind of comparing apples to apples before you go too far.
Yeah, but there are many things where it's not going to change what you're doing agronomically on your farm. You're just going to get a rebate. So let me give you a couple examples. With FMC and Valent, if on sunflowers you're always using Spartan because quite frankly you have to use Spartan if you're raising sunflowers, you're going to get some rebate money if you follow up with Select Max. Monsanto, Roundup, and Select Max, there's a great big tie-in. $3.90. If you buy a little harness on your corn, you buy Roundup, Select Max, that's an enormous deal. I mean, we're going to collect thousands of dollars on that thing on our farm alone this year. There's a tie-in with Syngenta, Touchdown, and Fusilade. BASF, you can get $1 an acre back or more if you're buying certain products over 500 acres. DuPont has tie-ins with Pioneer. I mean, I just keep going and going and going. This list is enormous, and it keeps growing every day.
Brian's got this great big list. He's like, man, I know I've got to be forgetting a couple because there are just so many programs, but you look, every single manufacturer has some programs. So if you're buying products for your farm, anything at all to kill weeds or bugs or disease, whatever, make sure you're doing some checking to see what kind of rebate programs there are and just find out what's available.
And here's the reason why we bring this up today. Darren was just talking to a farmer today, and tell the story.
Well, I talked to a farmer and he was going to use harness and he was going to follow up with Roundup and he had some volunteer corn, so he was going to throw in some Select Max. He did the exact same program last year and he was pricing around this year, and I happened to talk to him and he said, yeah, you know, I'm checking on prices on this, and I said, oh great, there's this huge rebate. It's like $3.90. They've had that for a couple of years. He said, wait a minute, they've had it for a couple of years. I bought those products last year and I didn't get any rebate at all. I said, you know what? You really need to ask some questions before you buy because depending on which retailer you go to, some may offer these programs, some may not. Some may already figure it in the price so they keep the rebate, and others may give you a price up front and say, hey, look, here's another $3.90 after you buy all these products. So you have to ask questions.
Yeah, make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. When you start pricing all these different dealers out and one appears to be a lot cheaper, well, there might be a reason why they appear to be a lot cheaper. Just make sure you're going to get all these rebates in the end because like I say, it literally could be thousands of dollars on your farm. You don't want to miss out on that.
And like I say, no matter which one of these programs you choose, or if you choose none of them, just make sure you get good weed control on weeds like our Weed of the Week. We'll show you how to kill this tough weed coming up next.